All right, guys, here we are for stage 1, NYC Showdown. Times Square Circuit, 6 laps, 21 kilometers, I think it is. Not a lot of elevation, but there are some step ups and step downs. I'm in the advanced category, 650 to 1,000. 23 familiar faces in the pen. Looking to be 100 riders strong today. Over 100. This is wild. This time slot, which is 11:15 a.m. Central Time on Mondays, attracts a very big, very fast peloton. I expect nothing less in this new course for us to experience. And here we go. Oh boy. All right, let's get our stats up. Let's not fight it. Just go with it. All right. Nice and fast. A couple guys off the front already, which is wild. There's Boni. Okay. Oh yeah. Little riser. Ride the wheels. Little push. There we go. Okay. Yee. Okay. Breathe. Pack coming together again. Okay. 2.5K in. Off to a spirited start. Some downhill here. Net downhill to the end of the first lap. Whew. Yikes. What a start. Oh, yeah. Okay, just with the pack. What a start. Right around 4 watts per kilo on lap 1. Hey, route completed. Still got to do it 5 more times. A little push. All right. Okay. One %. Okay. Net downhill. Oh, wow. Gotta get recovery where we can. That's a good place to do it. Heart rate down. One third of the way done, almost. A massive peloton. Moving close to 47 kilometers an hour. Not right now. Maybe things will settle down for a few laps and then get crazy again. Little draft. Two laps done. We get this lap done, we're over halfway. .47 kilometers an hour. Still drafting. Still drafting. Still drafting. Yeah. Totally draftable at 40K an hour. Little push. Okay. Downhill. One 1%. All comes back together here. Little risers like that, 1%, compress the peloton every time in Zwift. Only if someone sends it super hard down the negative 4% and holds it super hard up to 1%, you can just expect the peloton to come back together in that spot. Now that we've settled down a bit, we've also learned all the uphills are draftable. You can spin them. You don't have to overwork the power. It's all just about timing of the effort. Another 4% here, downhill. So I've been right around 4 watts a kilo average. So I think I can complete the race close to that. Short of the last lap, maybe lap and a half. Breathe. Been able to get the heart rate back down every lap, which is key. Definitely a push here. Okay, up the hill. More insistence this lap. Oh yeah. Just with these guys. There's Mr. Efert just behind us. Whatever wheel he's on, that's where you want to be. Down the hill. Some guys off the front. Pop it. A little aero boost. And just riding. Last 2 laps, effort definitely went up. Last lap's gonna be insane. Wow. Okay. That hurt. All right. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. More downhill. Ride wheels. Gotta get up further. Damn it. Oh. So stupid. Okay, for going so far out, I'm surprised I could stay on the pedals. For going so far out, what a dumb move. But you guys know, I'm earning the title. Everybody's favorite domestique. I am lead out man. Might as well just read your name here, because you guys are just owning me in these sprints. I thought I had a good wheel to stay on, and I did. Then he started to let up. And then 5, 6, 10, 15 people came through. I limped to the line at 22nd, and I could have just been further back in the pack. because I just don't have the closing speed. And I shouldn't say like I don't have closing speed. For 1 minute, so let's go over the numbers. For the entirety of that race, which is flat, except for a few bumps in the road, and then recovery down the hill, 4.4 watts per kilo. For 27 minutes, 42 seconds. My 20-minute power was also 4.4, so I stayed pretty consistent throughout the entirety of this race. My 5-minute power was 5.0, which I think is relatively close to a personal best, maybe 0.2 off. My 1-minute power was 7.0 watts per kilo, and all of that was earned on that long drag to the finish. So that's what, 560, 570, 580 watts, somewhere in there. I'm 82.6 kilograms. So at least 560 watts. Probably like 575, if I had to guess. And I'm bad at math anyway, but really bad at math when I have no blood in my brain. So yeah, I mean, just chef's kiss of a lead out for the 15 or so people who passed me at the finish line. Chef's kiss. You know, my daughter watches a movie. Some of you who have kids will recognize, and all I want to say right now is, you're welcome. Oh, that's frustrating. But it's frustrating from a finish perspective. It was stupid. I wanted to be more towards the front, and I was. Then I caught some wheels. I thought those wheels would keep towing me. They did for a decent amount, but with about 300, 200 meters to go, I didn't have any wheels anymore, and I became the wheel. So, yeah. All right, so from a strategic finish perspective, getting it right to 200 meters to go makes me the perfect lead out man. But it's not all sour grapes today, guys, because first of all, that field is just ridiculous. And this course just allows the entire field to stick together. You're just going to be stuck together. So, because it's Zwift dynamics. But where was I? From just a pure work perspective and power output, 7 watts a kilo for a full minute, it's gotta be up there with one of my better efforts. And I did that on the flat. And I'm sure my better effort was up a really punchy climb finish somewhere, some distant race some long time ago. I mean, I guess we could probably look it up. Let's see. I'm not sure the results are going to be up in Zwift Power yet. I hope they are. Holy moly, guys, thank you so much for being here. It's really awesome having you guys here, knowing that anybody at all is watching this race. There we go. Showdown in Times Square. Let's see. Has me finishing 20th instead of 22nd. Looks like there were a couple eliminations. It does not have all my stats up yet. So, let's see. Oh, my best 1 minute power is 7.74. 7.74, when did I do that? And why didn't I have that today? You'll probably know why. And the reason why is because of yesterday. There we go, Z1 racing stage complete. Yeah. I also need to do the map, off the map. I want to get that kit. I'm still in the one from like 20, is this last year's kit or the year before? But I am in map kit right now. Yeah, what a race. This time slot's always fast. Now that my heart rate's come down a bit and I'm a little more objective, it was a good race for me. It was bad strategically at the end. I thought it was a strategy that would pay off. If you don't risk, there is no reward, and I was top 10, like 7th or so, going into the final 200 meters. It's always heartbreaking to watch 13, 14, 15 wheels get ahead of you in the final 200 meters, but that's cycling. It's how it goes. And those athletes, they are better strategically, and likely all of them have better finishes than I do and better sprints. It's something I'm working on, but I've never been a true sprinter. I'm more of a workhorse. I come from a background of rowing, and most rowing events are done in 6.5 minutes or less. So if you're wondering where my wheelhouse is, it's longer than a minute, generally longer than 2 minutes, and shorter than 6.5 minutes or so. So my 2-minute power, 5-minute power, those on my Strava power wheel, those are my best power outputs relative to the rest of my game. I'm trying to raise my game everywhere, but I'm also trying to stay true to, my current capabilities. So, oh, what a tough race. I'll have to review all the finish places. There were so many names in here, and a lot of times you can just flip coins because you just don't know where people are going to end up in that sprint. Some have better sprints, others do not. So, all in all though, fast finishing time, fast speed for a really interesting loop. I'm not sure where, we saw a couple breakaways. They were sort of like, you get through this section where we are right now, and you climb and climb and you put the power down, and the athletes that got away were the ones that just kept going. They didn't recover down the downhills, down the false flats, down the 4% downhill. They just kept going, and they were able to get gaps. So that's the other thing that's going to happen here is people are going to be refining their tactics as they learn how the peloton responds to the different elevation gains and losses that take place on this course. There aren't many, and they aren't aggressive. It gets to maybe 3-4% on the steepest pitches through this circuit. So nothing like really drastic, but I think it's just continuing to ride through the hill into the downhill. And the joke on Zwift is downhills are the new uphills, but that's how people are riding it. They just continue to press. And that's facilitated in a lot of ways. I mean, Zwift is an always pedal adventure. You do not have to worry about your speed downhill. You can take corners at 80 kilometers per hour, 90-degree turns, and Zwift has no problem with it. So you don't have to worry about descending skills or making corners, so you can just send it. Also, I ride with 100% trainer difficulty. I really enjoy that. I like feeling when we're going uphill and feeling the trainer give resistance. And I also like when the trainer relaxes. I have a tendency to overwork. So on the flats and the downhills especially, I really like to know, okay, this is enough. I don't need to do any more than that. But on a course like this, I could see the advantage of lowering trainer difficulty so that it just feels more consistent and essentially flattens out an already pretty flat course, but thereby just facilitates a little bit. You still have to do the work. It's not like trainer difficulty substitutes the work, but it might substitute the feel a little bit just in terms how continuous something feels going from a slight climb to a slight decline if your trainer sensitivity is lower. Just a thought. Where do you guys set your trainer sensitivity at? And do you change it for races, or does it stay the same for training and racing? Are there certain training exercises you do with less trainer sensitivity or on erg mode? Always curious what people like to do. I understand this is virtual biking in a virtual world, but I do enjoy 100%. Like right now, I feel the trainer start to relax and release. I know it's a downhill. I know I weigh 82 plus kg, so I know my mass is going to be taken into account in this game. Same thing here as I come around the corner, it's 1%. I feel the trainer start to grab a little bit more, and I've got that resistance to now push into up this 1% rise. And I also feel as I gain speed, even up the 1%, as I come off, the trainer relaxes and releases as the bike glides. So just curious what you guys do. Anyway, I'm getting long-winded, I'm rambling. This was a tough one, this was a good one. I closed it out super strong, just not strategically smart. And let's be clear, even if I were 10 wheels back, I don't know how many wheels I would have gained at the finish either, because I just would have been on those wheels and still not had the sprint that these guys had. So, you know, we can Monday morning quarterback this thing forever, but I'm confident the guys who beat me with very good fitness, power, and speed, because I was not rolling over at the end. I was giving it my all, everything I had. And those guys went by me like I was standing still. I just want to reach out as they go by. Wait, come back. Oh gosh, all right, Monday's done. We did it. And we did it in a very fast group. And I was off the back of the lead riders, but I wasn't that far back. And I think there's a GC for the NYC competition. And if you want to feature in on that competition, you really have to ride this time slot. You just have to do it, because this is where generally, usually, the fastest races go down. And that's what happened for Zwift Unlocked. And it looks like that's what will be happening for this NYC Showdown. So 1 race done out of 3, I believe. See how we are doing throughout the week and into next week. But it'll be a couple weeks before we have a real sense of where we stand versus everybody else who's attempting these races. Guys, again, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm just going to spin out the legs for now and just get the heart rate down and get ready for, I think tomorrow will be great off the map. Do that ride, get that one under the belt. That'll be a lot of fun. But for now, that's all from me.